Boy, big news in Major League Baseball. Take a listen.
There's a drive to deep left field, and the ball game is over. An absolutely electrifying moment to send the Toronto Blue Jays into the ALDS against the Texas Rangers, and he knew it as soon as the ball left the bat.
There it is. Put up that wing. Edwin Encarnacion reportedly is going to Cleveland. 3 years, $60 million, Timmy. Now, he wanted, as a guy now in his 30s, those years. Is that the most important part to him? $60 million is nice. How could it not be? But the 3 years, is that the bigger deal?
Is that a lot of years in your mind?
I think for him, because I'm not doing a 2-year deal. Give me at least 3. I'm sure he wanted 4 or 5. You want as many as you can get when you get in your 30s. But 3 years, 60, does it seem to make sense?
I think it's a great investment, right? It seems like they're getting off light because you know what you're going to get with him, right? He's a guy that's going to not hit for average, but he's going to give you that punch in the lineup.
He's going to mash.
You know, and when you look at this Cleveland team, they like to do all the little things. And in the postseason, they were manufacturing runs, figuring out ways to score. And over the course of the regular season, you got to hit home runs. You got to have some big innings, and he's able to provide that. Now, we're going to learn a lot about Edwin Encarnacion as far as
a teammate.
Was he the product of that lineup, or is he really that good? Because, man, there's a lot of protection out there in Toronto. You got Joey Bats there.
Josh Donaldson there.
The list goes on and on. Russell Martin, guys that are able to set the table for you. And now you go to Cleveland, you're a hired gun. You're the big.
You are now the guy that you're supposed to. They're going to look to you in the middle of that lineup and say, "Can you hit 40 bombs?"
And at his age, this could be a very intriguing thing. Obviously, it seems like it's a perfect fit because this is exactly what the Indians need from a power standpoint. But I think we're going to learn a lot about Edwin himself.
You know what? I would say when you look at the moves that the Indians did at the trade deadline last year, they bring in guys like Brandon Guyer and Andrew Miller, and they go all the way to the World Series. They all worked last year to get them there. This seems like a guy that's out of their character a little bit to go get there. But now it's like I trust their front office. And I say if Tito Francona's on board and the front office is on board, then they know something that he should be the right fit in Cleveland.
Well, didn't you think it was a glaring weakness? Didn't you think it was something that stood out?
Yeah.
The lack of big power. And hey, they had injuries, right? Michael Brantley's banged up all season long. So you bring in a guy like Encarnacion, you hope that he can deliver. You basically want to just transport him, his stats, his life,
put that in,
his apartment, his betting, whatever. Just bring it all down to Cleveland and just live the same life you've led the last 3 years. Everything you've done on and off the field.
Let's do it here.
Just bring it to Cleveland. They would love that.
I think he's going to like it too. No offense to Toronto, but back in the